I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. So last night, Donald Trump went on his social media platform to praise Tucker Carlson again because Tucker Carlson has been releasing selectively edited clips from the January 6th insurrection surveillance footage within the Capitol building so that he could spread conspiracy theories about the insurrection, that this was just a peaceful event and that the deep state was involved and all of this complete and utter BS. But Donald Trump's praise for Tucker Carlson completely backfired when at the same time Donald Trump posted these messages praising Tucker Carlson, a bunch of new evidence was unsealed in Dominion's $1.6 billion with a B defamation lawsuit against Fox, where we saw new text messages from Tucker Carlson, new emails, and new under oath deposition testimony, which showed, and this is a direct quote from Tucker Carlson, that privately Tucker Carlson said that he hates Donald Trump and that Donald Trump is disgusting and that his antics are disgusting. But Tucker Carlson just cared about his own money, so he had to promote the big lie, but that he thought Donald Trump is utterly disgusting. So first, let me show you Donald Trump's post praising Tucker Carlson. Let me show you how it backfired when I'll show you what Tucker Carlson was actually saying in real time during, before, and after the insurrection about Donald Trump. So here's what Donald Trump stated. Donald Trump goes, "Great job by Tucker Carlson tonight. The unselect committee of political hacks and thugs has been totally discredited. They knowingly refused to show the videos that matter. They should be tried for fraud and treason. And those imprisoned and being persecuted should be exonerated and released now." You know, when I read these words, like, doesn't it feel so little? Like, yeah, I know he's saying very dangerous things, but like, he just is revealed as this wannabe emperor with no clothes. Like, I just almost read it in a voice of like a little tiny, Donald Trump with like a helium voice. Like, that's how I envision it in my mind as he's saying this, because he's so weak. So utterly weak. And by the way, Tucker Carlson shares that view. How do we know that? Well, these were text messages that Tucker Carlson was sending on January 4th, 2021. Tucker Carlson goes, "We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait." Tucker Carlson says about Donald Trump, "I hate him passionately. I blew up at Peter Navarro today in frustration. I actually like Peter, but I can't handle much more of this. I hate Donald Trump passionately," is what Tucker Carlson said. And look, we have a whole nother thread of text messages between Tucker and his producer where he's mocking Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani and all of the people in Trump's inner circle. Here's these set of messages from November 19th. They're talking about a press conference with Giuliani, and this is what the producer says. Justin Wells says to Tucker Carlson. Justin goes, "The press conference has gotten bananas." And then Tucker goes, "I keep hearing that. So bad. I really want to ignore it. Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani are fucking liars." There's a lot of other redacted things. So when you see these black redactions, these things will ultimately be unsealed. I can't wait to see what they say. And then Tucker responds, "Entirely possible." And then the person responds, Justin Wells responds, "By my count so far, the election was stolen by a coalition of Soros, Nicolas Maduro, various software companies, and small-time gangsters. Not making any of that up."
Now let's take a quick break to talk about our next partner, Masterworks. Now, as per usual, the economy was a huge topic for the day, and why wouldn't it be? It's changing faster than ever and demanding that we all adapt to keep up. In fact, a stunning survey revealed that over half of Americans making six figures now live paycheck to paycheck. Now, even though Goldman Sachs is saying that classic investments are headed nowhere for the rest of the year, other markets are rising to fill that gap, creating incredible opportunity among the chaos. Because even if conventional markets flatline this year, other assets, they don't have to do the same. Now, I actually did a lot of research into this, and according to a recent report by Citibank, the asset with the lowest correlation to the stock market of any major asset class was art. It turns out contemporary art prices have outpaced the S&P 500 return for the last 26 years by 131%. Now, this market used to be hard to get into, but Masterworks is a platform that lets you invest in multi-million-dollar paintings without breaking the bank. Masterworks has built an impressive track record of 11 exits, all of them profitable. These numbers, they speak for themselves. Now, with those kinds of results, Masterworks offerings have actually sold out within minutes before, so there's a wait list. But I reached out to them to give you all VIP access to their latest offerings. To skip the wait list, just check the description below.
And this is what Tucker says about Trump and Trump's conspiracy theories. It's all so desperate and deranged at the same time. This is what Tucker is saying about Donald Trump privately. It is all so desperate and deranged at the same time. And then Tucker's producer is mocking Donald Trump. I left out Cuba and China. And then Tucker goes, and Rudy's hair color has been dripping along his face for 40 minutes. It's still happening. And they're mocking him, big, long lines. And then Tucker sending photos of Rudy Giuliani, mocking Giuliani for his hair dye dripping down his face. And then Tucker goes, he is sweating and dripping of temporary hair color. My mind is blown. And then Tucker goes, thought it sad and somewhat hilarious at the same time. Sad and hilarious at the same time. And then the producer at Fox is again mocking Trump and saying, I also forgot that Antifa is involved. Did not make that up. I don't see how to cover this. You were smart not getting bogged down in this. Although this press conference might have taken over the news cycle, I think based on everything I'm seeing so far, it is avoidable. I just know winning on covering it from any angle. So that's what Tucker is saying in real time to his producer at Fox. And that's what his producer at Fox is saying in real time. By the way, Tucker's view about Trump not attending the inauguration, and then Trump saying that he was not going to attend Biden's inauguration, was that Trump was being disgusting. And Tucker says, I'm trying to look away. Look at these text messages. This is what the producer says. Maybe you already knew, but Gates told me Trump isn't going to the inauguration. And then Tucker goes, I'd heard that about the inauguration. Hard to believe. So destructive. That's what Tucker's saying about Trump. And then Tucker's producer goes and says in response, I don't know, but yeah, we could. And yes, I really hate what he is doing. Millions believe every word he says. Think about this. This is what Tucker's producer is saying to Tucker. I don't know her, but yeah, we could. And yes, I really hate what Trump is doing. Millions believe every word he says. And this is what Tucker says about Trump lying, about spreading the big lie. Tucker saying privately, it's disgusting. I'm trying to look away. That is what Tucker is saying about Donald Trump. Folks, Tucker hates Trump. Fox actually hates these Republicans. It's all a big grift. The whole thing is complete BS. And look, I'm not trying to be inflammatory here. I'm reading Tucker Carlson's messages. So if you have a family member who watches Fox, if you have a family member who identifies with Trump, send him this video. Just show him and just say, hey, look, here is what Tucker Carlson is saying about Donald Trump behind his back. By the way, I did a whole nother video where I went through all of the text messages that these Fox hosts were saying. They're all like that. They all hate Donald Trump. They all know Donald Trump is lying, but their biggest concern is their ratings. And they're worried about losing viewers and losing their money. So they keep spreading the big lie to people over and over again. So when you think about how much this backfired right here, we got Tucker Carlson, his messages being released at the same time Donald Trump is praising Tucker Carlson for spreading disinformation. Like the timing of this, the poetic justice of this. The poetic justice is sweet, but now it's time for the real justice, right? The Dominion defamation lawsuit set to go to trial in April. I want to give a big shout out to all the lawyers who are working for Dominion. I know everywhere from the paralegals to the legal assistants to the legal secretaries to the young associates to the mid-level associates to the partners to the tech people, everybody who's involved in that case. I want to direct this message to you. You are doing incredible work for democracy. You should be so incredibly proud of yourself for this incredible work that you've done. It's masterful. And whether you're making the photocopies, scheduling the hearings, writing these briefs, proofreading it, doing the oral arguments, you should be very proud of yourself. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 1 million subscribers thanks to your incredible support. Please hit the subscribe button. We are marching to 1 million subscribers in the month of March. Hit subscribe. Also check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch, wherever you get your audio podcast. Don't forget to check us out there. Search the MeidasTouch podcast wherever you get your audio podcast. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas. Thank you all so much for watching this.
Love this video? Then you'll love the MeidasTouch podcast. Listen as my brothers and I break down the latest news and chat with top political leaders on the fastest growing pro-democracy podcast in the world. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Friday. Add the MeidasTouch podcast right now wherever you listen to your podcasts.